What is going on, y'all? Psych Perspectives, GeoFlex here. In this video, what I want to discuss is it's a lot of lust, not a lot of love. Which is another reason why it made it a lot easier for me to make the decision to be celibate. You know what's crazy? I'm 7 weeks celibate, right? And come next Saturday, come this upcoming Saturday, it's 7 weeks. And then come next Saturday, so come next Saturday, it'll be 2 months of celibacy, 8 weeks. So again, a drop in the bucket, okay? Because there's literally 12 months in a year, okay? And 52 weeks in a year and 365 days. So me being able to do almost 60 days, 8 weeks, almost 8 weeks, 2 months, I've got a long ways to go. But I want to continue on with this journey, with this path. So the reason why I'm saying it's a lot of lust, not a lot of love, if you listen to Lil Skies, that's one of the many artists that I like to bump, aka rock out to, listen to, and it's a lot of lust, not a lot of love. And the reason I'm saying that is because when you look at, well, I'm not gonna say you, I'm talking to me. When I look at dating and my experiences, there is no dating. There's no actual dates. It's a lot of, we're hooking up with people that, I was hooking up with people that I didn't even really know. Let's be honest. When I look back in my past, I was literally using the apps just like everyone else is. I was on Grindr. I was on Jacked. Grindr, Jacked, Scruff, Facebook dating. I did Tinder. I did Tinder more so when I was cosplaying as cishet, but I did use Tinder. Oh, there's another app called Tamia, something like that. I use that as well, okay? But primarily Grindr, being honest. And while you have the option to, chat, date, network, friendship, relationship, hook up, you have all those options, but the reality of the matter was, in my experiences, it was mostly hooking up. There was no, I'm meeting friends off of here. And the out cold part is, most of the people that I was hooking up with, they're not friends. These aren't people that I'm acting like when I look back at things, right? So, and I'm just gonna say it. When I was participating in hookup culture, you're not going to meet, I was not meeting these decent people. And I'm going to keep making myself and reminding myself to use I statements, because this is just me being, full transparency. I wasn't meeting people that I could potentially seriously date. You know what I'm saying? So, in my experiences, it was a lot of being sexualized, being fetishized, being used as a sex toy. And it was also me allowing myself to be used as a sex toy, allowing myself to waste my own time, allowing myself to deplete my own self of my, allowing myself to have people deplete me of my energy, and that was on me. So in this celibacy setup, I literally am focused on me. I'm not sitting up here wasting all this time and energy trying to update pictures, you know, on the apps, new profile picture, trying to update the bio, update, you know, what you're looking for. I'm not wasting my time being concerned if somebody hits me up in the DM or not. And over time, I literally just kind of stopped caring about my DMs because, like, I was getting unwanted attention on apps that I wasn't using to hook up with people. So, like, my Facebook DM would be disrespectful. My Instagram DM would be disrespectful. My Twitter or X DM would be disrespectful. And what I mean by disrespectful is people would literally are throwing themselves like, oh, let me try to get some of that. Okay. Trigger warning, we're talking about sex, right? So people would literally hit me up in the DM on non-dating or non-hookup apps, literally talking about, let me get some of that boy pussy. You want to ride my face? I've never had a trans boy. Oh, did you get surgery down there? Like, just crazy shit that's unnecessary for that to be on that particular app. And honestly, crazy in general, because it's like, y'all, like, why are we talking to each other like that? But anyways, which further puts it back to what I'm talking about by it's a lot of lust, not a lot of love, because it's all about, well, for me, in my experience, it was constantly me being objectified. I mean, I'm not seen as a human being here. I'm literally, oh, you got a pussy? Did you get surgery? You want to ride my face? Oh, well, you know, I've never been with a trans guy before. I've only done anal, but would you be interested in letting me try your bottom? Oh, do you bottom? Oh, well, I just thought you bottom. Just all kinds of stuff. And asking inappropriate questions about people's bodies and just looking back at how now I know, like, if I'm talking to people, I know if the conversation is always going to revolve around me being trans or sex or how I look, you know, physically attractive and talking about how I look and stuff, and those are the only compliments, I know moving forward, that's a red flag. That already lets me know that you're only here for one thing. And now that I'm not participating in that one thing, it makes it really easy to exit stage left because I'm already not participating. So when we're talking about lust, it's easy to avoid lust when you're not having sex. Just gonna call a thing a thing. And I'm also need to eat. I always struggle at forgetting to eat. Meanwhile, getting ready to go back to the gym. Like, come on now. Come on. We gotta get it together. I gotta eat. And that's another thing. Because I'm focused on myself, it's like I have more time to really invest the same energy, attention, love, support, care, compassion, time, resources back into what I want to do for me. So, like, literally, I've gotten to the point where I was going to the gym anyways, 4 to 6 times a week. Just being honest, 4 to 6 days a week was the gym anyways, right? But over the past nearly 8 weeks, I can go to the gym 2 to 3 times a day, real easy. Like, literally, even my sleeping schedule has literally changed. Where, like, I'll go to sleep for 5 to 6 hours, wake up, let my dogs go outside, run around to go to the bathroom, or take them on a light short walk, come back, feed them, check my emails for work. Mind you, it's 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't have to go to, well, my regular work schedule is 8 to 5, right? But I have 2 days out of the week where I don't work until 11 o'clock. So I'm getting up at 6:30, 7 o'clock. So the way I started realizing, okay, out of those 2 days that I have that I'm not going to be working at 8 and I don't start till 11, but I'm still getting up at 6:37, take the dogs for a nice walk, let them run around, feed them, still check your emails just so you can be a little ahead of the game. And then after they done ate and relax a little bit, let them go back outside just in case to check if they need to go to the bathroom. And then after that, put them back in the cage. And guess what? We're going to the gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours. We got time. We ain't got to go to work till 11. It's 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been doing. Also, I've been like really deep in my journal, like writing, reading different books. I've been catching up on so much, like, y'all. And that's another thing. If you've seen my main channel, I used to do a book club, right? Where I would pick a book, I would read it, and then decipher the chapters, and then like have additional information based on what I was reading. And 2021 was the last time I did that, and that was with Black Skin, White Mask by Frantz Fanon. And I want to finish that series. I mean, obviously, I've read that book like 4 or 5 times throughout my entire life, but there's other books that I want to do that book club with. And that's what I mean by this 7 weeks, nearly 8 weeks, has really made me like, I'm getting back to myself. And that's just like, and that's what I mean by with the celibacy thing. Like, yes, like I told y'all, I had a moment of weakness, but it didn't happen. And I'm glad that it didn't happen. And the more and more I go through this, the more and more I get back to me, the more and more I'm back to centering myself. And it's just like, I'm not trying to go backwards. I'm not trying to go backwards. So, and then I got another contractor coming to look at the kitchen. And then we got more events that are lined up for this for July. We got events lined up for August. We have events lined up for September. Events lined up for October. So, like, we're already 3 months out with events and steady doing stuff. So, my mom, she got her leg apparatus, 2-leg apparatus to help with her walking and her drop foot. She has another procedure coming up, but I've been taking her places, getting her out, working with her when she's not at her regular physical therapy, occupational therapy. I'm literally working with her at home, making sure that she's practicing. It's just so much that I'm doing. And I'm spending time with my friends, my family. I'm spending time alone. And again, it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. And I feel like it's easier for me because, again, I've always been single. I've never been in a relationship. So it's not like I have anything to base it off of to begin with. I feel like the people that I see that I know personally that are also kind of going through the same journey were basically serial monogamous. And what I mean by that is they were always in a relationship. Like, they weren't ever really truly single. Like, they literally would get out of a situation, have a bunch of hookups for a couple of months, maybe even up to a year, and then be right back in a relationship. And then they'll be in there for a while, maybe a few months, maybe a few years, and then they're back to the hookup. So it's like you never took time to focus on you. And you're just bouncing from person to person to person to person. Where I've never had a committed relationship with a title. I've never had a boyfriend. I've never been anybody's boyfriend. I've never been anybody's significant other or partner. I've never had a significant other or partner. So I'm basically back to my default, which is being single. Because I always was single. I've never, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it doesn't bother being by myself. And in fact, like I've said in many videos before, I do much better when I'm single and I'm not focusing my energy on a dead end situation. I'm just going to call a thing a thing. I literally don't have the energy anymore to waste my time pursuing people. I'm pursuing myself. I'm back to that mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when I put myself first, I don't lose. Where when I put other people on pedestals and think that this is going that way when really it's not, I lose. So naturally, it's just a lot easier for me to put myself first and focus on that instead of trying to decipher what people are doing. Because like I said earlier, a few different times, it's a lot of lust, not a lot of love, okay? So if you're looking for a committed relationship in this day and age, it's a lot of lust, not a lot of love. Everybody that you come in touch with is not necessarily on the same path and looking for the same thing. And when I was rushing into having sex with people and not really getting to know people, and just doing hookup culture, it really had me in situations that were dumb. And when you're thinking from horniness and lust, you will willingly, let's keep it real, you will willingly ignore red flags. Where when you're celibate, you're not operating out of lust. Guess what? You see the red flag and you go on and exit stage left. You don't really give it the time of day because you already can see this is not it. Where when you're horny and everything's about sex and hooking up, you're willing to forego your own basic needs and disrespect yourself just so you can say you're getting a nut, you're getting an orgasm. And then the out cold part is, like I said in the other video, I wasn't even getting orgasms. So it just further highlights how stupid I was acting and stupid the things that I was doing. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my dinner, head over here to my granny and mom's, take out their garbage, make sure they're good, check in, and then boop, to the gym we go. Just had to make sure I ate.